Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am having a very cozy playthrough of Tiny Glade. Tiny Glade is a small diorama builder where you doodle whimsical castles, cozy cottages and romantic ruins. Explore gridless building chemistry as the game adorns your glades with procedural detail. No management, combat or goals. Just kick back and turn forgotten meadows into lovable dioramas. So let's have a look at today's daily theme. Welcome to Tiny Daily. We know from personal experience that sometimes you need a bit of inspiration to get doodling. Each day we'll share a new theme and starting glade. Today's theme is Castle on a Cliff. So let's go. So here we are. We have two parts of a castle on either side. We have one of our little sheep friends there. Now I've never tried to before, but I'm going to see if I can build a bridge over. We also have some of the ducks coming in as well. It seems they have a lovely open pond to live in. It also spreads all the way down here too. So I'm sure some will come down and make this their home as well. So yes, let's see if we can connect the two together. I haven't actually tried to do this before. It kind of does. So I would really like to move this. There we go. We might try to just center it a bit more. If you press the right click on it, it will bring up this kind of options that will show you everything you can do basically. So like this, kind of turn it, move it. You can make it taller if you wish, lower. Now I think because I would like to keep some of this spire poking up over here too. See, I'd really like to do it in such a way that it is somewhat even. I think that might be the best we're going to get on that one. So, of course, if you have a castle, let's say, that is overlooking a lovely pond like this, of course, you're going to want some lovely windows in it as well. Just so you're able to peer out and watch it from your castle. We are going to extend this on now that I know it might not necessarily be a bridge, but we can kind of make it so that it will actually join over the two areas. Because we know that, I will possibly put another one down here and another one over to the side here as well. And just like that one, we're going to try to join them together, but like this instead. And this should go down perfectly, just trying to line it up. We might have to do this one at a small angle just to make sure that happens. Just with the way the cliff layout was. Then I think it might be cute if we do it over this way as well. Now it is kind of going the whole way down. Oh, okay. So it's after going like that this time. I wonder if we'll be able to maybe put a pathway through it. Ah, very good. Okay. Just so the little ducks can make their way through. We wouldn't want them to think that they can't. Just trying to put this up as far as I can. So see, they'll be able to swim through under there out to the other side. Not necessarily a court in the middle, but I think we will put windows all the way through it. Like that for this kind of castle on a hill, on a cliff. I think the more windows, the better. I would imagine there'll be different levels to it. Put some down here too. Even though I might just be looking over at the other side. They can still do it anyway. Now I think over this way, it is better if we put some in the roof here. I love listening to the ambiance noises that they have. It is honestly so relaxing. I just think that just won't let me actually put it there. This one here, we might just do a series of them. As far as it will let me. It is kind of stopping in some areas. Like there, clearly to do with the cliff face. So unless I kind of join them up, that might look a bit more even than just having this guy over there on its own. We'll also drag each of these over to kind of correspond over the same area. And down these two, we might not need the actual to put a few of them together. One each there, I think will be fine. I think I do like starting with the windows because I like seeing the lights that actually come out through it. It really does add to the building itself. Especially, and of course, in the night time. There we can see it gets these lovely, purples and blues. All different shades of each. And then you have these lovely lights just coming through the windows as well. But yet again, just trying to keep them over each other. For no reason other than it would definitely annoy me, I think, if there wasn't some sort of rhyme and reason to it. I just pull these down, just so they're kind of along the lines there. Did not mean to put that one in there, but we can just back that one out. I love them when you get close to the ground like this, it will start throwing in random objects. Think along here, we'll go for the tree again. I do like the little sunflowers there. Just trying to place it that will keep in these little designs here. So we have 2 bales of hay, some sunflowers, some boxes with flowers in it as well. Of course, the next thing then we have to figure out is, well, how do they get into the castle? I think having a door on the side here is going to be the best place. Now, because we have those lovely big fancy windows, It'd be nice if we could kind of make these doors bigger to go along with that. So again, what should happen is as we go up against it, there we go. I think just there is perfect. Now we can actually put steps down as well. I think we have to kind of do a path down for that. There we go. So it's just like a little stone staircase, just going up to the door. We'll make it wide enough. It's one of the grand entrances. Also going to do the other side. We're going to be doing the exact same thing over here as well. Now, we will have to move those, but let's put the steps in down here again. This is a little bit of a steeper one. Now, in terms of doors, we might actually just be okay with putting that door there this time instead of making it, you know, one of the bigger ones. Even though, let's see if I drag these to either side. Yeah, I suppose it does make sense that it kind of equals. Just put them on line with each other. And we just have a little pathway over there as well. So at least whoever is visiting this castle on the hill, they can go in either door if they wish. The only downside, I suppose, is they'll have to go the full way around to get out the other side. Of course, if we have a castle on a hill, we might need to have some other houses actually dotted around the place so that it is maybe a little kingdom. Before that though, I'd say I don't really want to put windows, anything down here. I've just realised you can't see my mouse. But in here, I don't think I'm going to be putting any windows or anything in here. Would they? I mean, I'm trying to look at it from like their point of view. Like, what are they realistically going to see? I suppose so. That would be a fairly nice view. It's kind of hard to control at times. And I have to be very precise. There are different camera options as well that can actually help with that. So there is a walking one and there is a flying one. So if I go in here, might actually help with the flying one. So there, that is the view they would have from the windows. It would actually look quite nice actually if we had some windows just for them to look out at. So actually, I'm going to change my mind on that one. Done that by accident. Let's put the X out here. Yeah, you know what? I think it would be nice. Let's see now. How far up can we go with this? Okay, leave that there. Okay, we'll keep the bars in. Now, like our other ones, I think big windows will be best for them to be able to look out. Maybe this is not going to be as symmetrical unless we don't have too many. Maybe that one there. I suppose they possibly wouldn't have too much in there, would they? Maybe one each side as well. Just put them over each other. So there we go with that. Now before we move on as well, I really should be putting in some light sources just before it gets dark again. So definitely I think around each door we will have our light sources. Now I'm kind of sad that got rid of like the little sweeping brush and the flower there. So yeah, I think we'll redo that. Now for anyone who might be out rowing on a boat, I think we'll put it there, just so they realise what they will be coming across. And down there as well. We will do the same over this side as well. Just in case if anyone was going along. It's almost like a lighthouse. We want to let them know there's a big wall here you might possibly crash into. I was going to put some there. Probably not. But there is something about the little side lamps that I just find so cute, so we might put one there. I just noticed as well, I might have missed some windows over here, so we'll go around, add them in. I'm unsure if you can hear it. There is a very, I won't even say bad, but there is a storm going on at the moment that my microphone could be picking up. I'm not entirely sure, but if it does, I'm sure it will just add to the atmospherics of the game. So yeah, maybe a couple going around here too. I think these little windows are so cute. Maybe a couple here as well, even though I do think the trees are kind of covering that one. And lastly, we have a little birdie just chilling here. A couple of them actually. Maybe they're coming to rest for the night. It's getting to be night time. They know they're going to come in and have to find somewhere to sleep for the night. As with all livable areas, there has to be somewhere for there to be food cooked. So I think, especially if we're looking at a castle this size, I think we would actually have chimneys nearly in every section. I do kind of go into actually trying to picture what it would be like to live there. So my thought process is, in any castles you may go on tours. Basically, especially back in the olden days, there used to be nearly fireplaces in every room. There was no central heating, no gas, so they had to have heating in every room, generally by the means of a fireplace. So just when we're building places like this, I'd like to think that I'm keeping it, we won't say realistic, but somewhat, anyway, in my mind frame. When I am building these places, I am imagining that I am actually making them for people that are living there. So yeah, I might go a bit too into detail on things, but yeah, little things like that even, I'm like, yeah, I need them to have a place that they can have fire going so that they're warm, somewhere for them to cook their dinners, somewhere for them to sit around in the evenings reading a book. Start seeing the little lights coming on. I love how when each light comes on, there's that little noise. So cute. There we go. I thought it was going to be missing one. So all of those are on. Our back ones here turning on. And we have our two over here. I just pull that down a little bit so it is even. There we go. The little sheep looks like he's going to sleep as well. Definitely not bugged. We'll just go with he's gonna sleep there. Now, as I was saying, what is a castle without a kingdom? So with that, we're gonna build a little village around it. I'm going to keep most of these houses fairly uniform. They're not going to be anything too grand design, as would have been, say, with the past. You would have had the big castle, the nobility, and then those who were not in maybe more modest, quainter homes. Maybe not all necessarily the same, but yeah, not kind of deviating too far away from looking like each other. Yeah, I love that noise. And I think one on each side. And then you will be thinking, you know, maybe these are the workers' houses for the castle, the staff. Like in a lot of manors and castles, there'd be like gatehouses, servants' quarters, usually inside. But let's say these are all outside. And because they're the same size, same shape, I'm going to try to make them a little bit more individual in terms of where I'm placing the doors, the windows, just so they look a little bit different. But they are still all super cute. I definitely feel like this kind of door is the more quaint door. Just trying to make this one, yeah, a bit bigger. I love that little wheelbarrow there. I definitely want to keep it. Trying to see if I go the whole way up. What about... Oh yeah, very good. We'll go down that way. Because then I have one kind of at each side. Ah, we have sunrise. We just go back there. Ooh, it even looks really bright, doesn't it? See the birds flying in the sky as the sun rises. Everything coming back to life after a long slumber. Even it's so cute seeing the birds like landing on that roof over there and flying off again. I will finish doing this here now yet again. We like it to be well lit for them, for when they're coming home from work. This one we might do double windows. And over this side as well. So this is just a row of houses for some of the workers. You're still looking over the pond as well. They can see up to the castle. And this is where they would walk, going to work. Down this way. Now what I might do is, well, if we're going down here, would like it to be lit for them. We'll try to rotate this around. So this one is out the way, just so there's some difference in them. And then they can go up in there. Now, of course, we can't forget our signs of life, which is our chimneys. So they're not big houses. They don't need many chimneys in it. There we go. So that is part of the workers over here. And they're little slimline houses. Not too big, not too little either. And maybe over here then, we might have something different over this way too. We have walls that we can do around. This one might be maybe a bit of a cathedral, a church for them. Suppose if we're doing a church, you want kind of it high going up, like a steeple. And speaking of which, I am going to put this just connected to it as well. Just try to align this a bit better. even possibly half into it. That seems to be as high up as I can go with that. Just drag it a bit over as well. So as with churches, kind of you'd find that there is an entrance kind of always near this kind of side of the building. It can sometimes be lengthways, but generally, or especially the likes of, brides and grooms walking in, they always tend to be down this kind of end of a church, really, don't they? Let's just try. I'd like to make this door a bit bigger. So yet again, it is a church. Now these windows are going to be fairly, somewhat similar to the big one. The big castle on the cliff. The grand windows kind of going up. These of course would generally be stained glass. Just make sure these are mostly aligned with each other. And the door. Pull that open. Yes. Then, of course, down the lengthways of the church, we'll have a few more. Same over this side too. The trees sometimes get into the way. Now, because we have this down here, yet again, I want lots and lots of windows like that. You can imagine, I would imagine anyway, the altar is kind of down this end. So, because it's overlooking this lovely pond, you'd like for them to be able to see it out there. So we need to light our way in. So we will have the lamps. Don't think we're going to have a chimney in this one. You wouldn't really need a chimney in a church, would you? So yeah, this one is probably going to be one of the only buildings obviously in the area that doesn't have a chimney. So I will possibly do kind of a pathway all around, just for people who would, kind of come down here for a walk around it. So there we have a church with a steeple over the other side. Now, one thing I'd kind of like to do as well, and this is just kind of thinking of a secret little garden. I think I'm going to do like a walled kind of area with flowers. Because there's a lot of tree coverage, but not a lot of flowers around here. That would be also nice, I think. One way or another, you could be walking to the church, or you could walk over this direction to kind of the walled garden. So in here we have lovely stone wall, which I'm not too sure why it's coming out like that. We're going to go back on all of them. I would of course like it to be the whole way down. Not too sure why it is like that. Suppose we might just have to do it like that the whole way. It is strange. And maybe the ground might not be flat enough. Maybe it is an issue with that. We can raise up or lower. Hopefully this is lowering the terrain, just making it a bit flatter. Yeah, so we can raise it or lower it. Now, raising it up might actually be kind of cute. I'm not entirely sure what that is about. We might just have to go with it. some sections of it is staying down, like over there. But here, this might just be the way that it'll have to go. We'll click on it to see. Okay, so that's, if you click that, it's just moving each section of it. It's not really given an option to move it up or down. I would have imagined it would have had, yeah, see, it has up there, but not for down the way. Now look, either way, it's about to get a whole lot more flowery here. Oh no, it won't do it. Yeah, not entirely. Maybe it's because I got rid of... Maybe it has to be down further to the ground. Oh well, I think my plans for turning this into a garden, I think they're going to be going out of plan here. So you know what? We're going to turn this into a stables, I think, instead. Now, I'd be very interested to see, can I bring this down here? No. But look, you can kind of see, like, okay, I do kind of like that. So instead of it being a walled garden, we now have stables, which we will have very well lit. Just for the horses. We wouldn't want them to get lost as they were coming in. And over this way. It's clearly though something to do with the actual ground itself. Especially because, you know, even now what I'm going to do, it's because I erased the ground. That clearly done it. Which I was just thinking, you know, if I was doing a pat in, it wouldn't have actually done that. But look, it has. So you live and learn, I suppose. We might have to do our walled garden over here. Which, yeah, it's okay to do the pat, but I think we'll only have to do the pat so far. And then do the wall. Here, let's see. Yeah, see, this time it is going fine. I don't think you need a secret garden that is too big. We would like it all to join and connect, though. There we go. We can, of course, do that in there, just so there's a little door into it. Looks like I might be missing a little section down here. We'll just snap that together. And I'd be very... There we go. I was thinking this time it would work. Now we have a little secret walled garden as well. With a lot of flowers in it. Very overgrown, but we don't mind that. Every inch of it with flowers. Look at that, isn't that so cute? Imagine going in there, just walking up and seeing it all overgrown, was so beautiful. And I will turn this one just around so it faces the other one as well. Here we have it, and we are on to another day. Sunrise again. In Ireland, I don't know about your country, but here we have a saying that a red sky at night is a sailor's delight, but a red sky in the morning is a sailor's warning. Generally, it is trying to say that if the sky is red at night, the next day is meant to be a good day. No rain, sunny, not windy. But if the morning starts with a red sky, there is bad weather on the way. So it's just every time that I see this, it starts with that gorgeous red sky. But in Ireland, we'd be considering there's bad weather on the way. Whereas here we can see it is nothing but sunshine and blue skies. So that was my rendition of Castle on a Cliff. We have done it this way in kind of a square, not an exact square, but close enough. An entrance on each side, steps down. Over here we have maybe our workers who work in there, gatekeepers in their own little individual cottages. Over this side we have a church and a steeple. Over here we have a stable for the horses to go in, which was a very happy accident when we couldn't make our walled garden full of flowers, which is over here instead. So there we go. That is my rendition of Castle on a Cliff. I hope you did like this video. If you did, maybe give it a like, and if you'd like to see future videos by me, maybe give it a subscribe as well. I hope you found this game so lovely and cozy, and that I was able to help you relax. Join me for more cute and cozy games, and I will have a playlist here of some other ones if you would like to watch them in case maybe you're trying to drift off to sleep.